Hey guys, this is Candle and welcome to a new gaming pickups video, new collection update. Got a small stack of games here. Remember, the theme of this year is quality over quantity, so it's why it's taken me so long to get to this point. Also, I've had like other things going on and just haven't had time or haven't had money and so on. But I did pick up some things today and I've gotten some things in the last month or so. So let's just go ahead and get to it. I picked up Dragon Quest VII. This is the 3DS port. I have not played Dragon Quest VII Reimagined yet. I'll probably play that before I play this, because I know the story is streamlined, and this, I believe, is pretty much a straight port of the PlayStation Original, which I do also have. So I am excited to give this a shot at some point. I just haven't gotten it yet. I just kind of saw it and picked it up on a whim. So, because I'm like, how often do you see Dragon Quest games out in the wild? At least the older ones and stuff like that. So I am glad to have this in my collection. I still need to get Dragon Quest 8 for the 3DS, and then for the DS, there's the 4 through 6 trilogy, and 4, 5, and 6, and then 9 as well. It's a shame that by the time they ported 7 and 8 over, by the time they ported 7 and 8 over, like they moved on from the DS to the 3DS, though obviously I don't think the DS would have really handled it. Might have been able to do 7, because 7 was from that era where they were using a lot of Squaresoft was using a lot of pre-rendered backgrounds with 3D models. Enix kind of took the opposite approach for Dragon Quest VII, where it is 2D sprites on 3D environments. So very much interested to see how this works in 3D. When I do, after I have finished Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, I'll have to choose though. Do I want to play, see how it looks in 3D to play the original, or go back and play the original on the PlayStation, so I can play it on my big TV and stuff like that. Beyond that, I also picked up Breath of the Wild. This is the Wii U version, which I did not get prior to this because the day it came out was also the launch day for the Switch, and so I got the Switch version. Never played the Wii U version. I know it's not a bad version, but I do know there's also supposed to be a little bit of some performance issues and stuff like that. I am glad to add this to my collection, though. I believe I now have all of the Wii U Zelda games: Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, and Hyrule Warriors. Although I would love to get a standard edition copy of Twilight Princess HD, so I could get my big bulky collector's edition off of the shelf down here. You can see it right down in the bottom there. So keeping to that theme, I also picked up Halo Warriors. Now this was a game I played back when it first came out, in I think 2009, something like that. Yeah, 2009. This is a real-time strategy game, and I do have the collector's edition of this, but I wanted to get a standard edition so I could pull the collector's edition off my shelf to save a little bit of space. You guys can see I've rearranged things a little bit so I can more easily add games piecemeal, for each system and stuff like that. But it is at the point where I am starting to slowly run out of space. So anytime I can save space would be great. Definitely glad to add this to my collection. This is a real-time strategy game set in the Halo universe. This is actually a prequel to the original Halo, and even before Halo Reach. This is like the first encounters with the Covenant, whereas Halo Reach was kind of the penultimate battle that kind of set the stage going forward. So this was from Ensemble Studios. These were the same people that did the Age of Empires games, Age of Empires 1, 2, 3, and Age of Mythologies. I think they also did Rise of Nations as well. So they kind of knew their stuff when it came to real-time strategy games. It was really weird playing this on console because, again, you have a controller, you don't have a mouse and keyboard, and RTSs tend to favor mouse and keyboard controls. But still, good game. I still need to play the sequel at some point. I do have Halo Wars 2. It's a gameplay sequel. It's actually set after Halo 3. Might be set before Halo 4 or after Halo 4. I'm not sure which. But I do need to play Halo Wars 2 at some point. Still glad to have the standard collection of this standard edition to my collection. Adding to my collection again, I also picked up Assassin's Creed 3 on the Xbox 360. I played this on the PS3 back when it came out. I had started Assassin's Creed with 1 and 2 on the 360, but then jumped over to PlayStation with Brotherhood, and I've continued on PlayStation since. So I'm slowly building up my 360, my Xbox Assassin's Creed catalog. I think the only one I'm missing now on the Xbox 360 is Black Flag, not including like any collector's editions or compilations. Like I know there was an Ezio trilogy collection as well. So I'm definitely glad to add this. I did not know that this is actually a 2-disc game on Xbox. Now the way it works is disc 1 is the main game. Disc 2 is the multiplayer, which I don't think you can even play anymore. I'm pretty sure all those servers have been turned off. All the online service has been turned off. But still glad to have this, glad to add it to my collections. Still need to get Black Flag for the 360 and also for the Xbox One. I am looking forward to Black Flag Resynced coming out this summer. Although I kind of feel like it should be delayed until the fall, just because Assassin's Creed games typically come out around October, November-ish. But I do understand they want to get out in advance of Grand Theft Auto 6. Everybody's going to be playing GTA 6 this fall, so still glad to add this to my collection. So that leaves us with 2 more games. It's a short video this time. I told you it was going to be short. These are the new releases that came out in April that I picked up. First up is Pragmata. So this is Dad Space, is kind of the meme going around, because the main character's armor aesthetic is very similar to Dead Space, and it's still got some of those slight horror vibes. It's not quite the same. Instead of dealing with aliens and necromorphs and stuff like that, you're dealing with robots, but there is still some body horror, especially in the boss design for these robots. And so it's really cool. You're kind of on a base on the moon fighting these robots, but you're also being helped out by this little girl here. This is Diana, who is actually a human android called a Pragmata, hence the name Pragmata. And so there's, she looks, she acts, she sounds just like a little girl, and it almost makes me wish that I had kids myself, except for the fact that this is only showing like the good things of having kids and not like the bad things, the tantrums, the not listening, the all the bad stuff. And I it's still, she's so cute and adorable, and this game made me cry at the end. And I hate the fact that there is a true ending that sort of fixes the thing that made me cry at the end. Not fully, but sort of, kind of. But to do it, you have to 100% complete the game. And it's a fun game, but I don't think I'm going to ever 100% complete it, because there are some like optional challenges that are really super tough. Like, I don't think I can, really handle that. And I love this game, and I love all the stuff I was doing in it, but still. Anyways, I am glad to have played this game. So glad to add that to my collection. And the other one is the other big PS5 game that just came out, and that is Seiros from Housemarque. These are the same people that did Returnal back in early 2021, and this is basically a follow-up to it, a spiritual successor. It's basically a sequel in all but name. There's no direct connection to Returnal, but it's the same basic gameplay. It's just a further evolution of it. It's a different planet, different character, but you're still kind of going through a not fully procedurally generated, but kind of a randomized biomes, randomized areas within these separate biomes, where a lot of the monsters are shooting projectiles at you. It's very much inspired by like bullet hell shooters. You can absorb your projectiles, or some of them, to power up one of your super weapons and stuff like that. You've got like all these roguelike elements. This is more of a roguelite. Returnal is definitely a roguelike. This is more of a roguelite, because there is it's technically optional. You don't really have to engage with it, but there is a permanent progression system, a permanent upgrade path system to make your character more powerful, and on each run. And so that really helps out a bit. I ended up having a lot of trouble with the boss of the first biome until I'd gone through it a few times and had stacked up a lot of those upgrades and stuff like that. So I'm in the second biome now. Still really, really enjoying this game. Cannot wait to finish it. But yes, that is all of the games I got. So just a quick thing, to see all the games I got. There are more coming up in May and beyond that I'm looking forward to. Here in May, we've got Directive 8020 coming up in a week or two. I think that might actually be next week or the week out. I think it's 2 weeks from now. not this next week, but the week after. So Directive 8020 is the first Season 2 Dark Pictures anthology game. This is, the same studio that did Until Dawn, The Quarry, and the Dark Pictures anthology, which would be Season 1 was Man of Medan, Little Hope. What else? There was the Murder House one and the Space Vampire one. House of Ashes was the Space Vampire, and the murder one was, oh god, what is it? The Devil in Me. The Devil in Me was the murder one. So that was all of Season 1, which unfortunately for me is split between Xbox One and Series X, because the first two came out Xbox One, then the Series X came out, and you started seeing those smart delivery, cross-generational games, where it's very confusing. Where do I shelve these? Because it's kind of both, kind of one, the other. I don't know. For a while, I had the two systems mixed together because I didn't think it really mattered so much. But nowadays, it kind of does. So that's coming out, and in a couple weeks. And then the week after that, Forza Horizon 6 comes out, and I do have both of those on pre-order. I don't have Game Pass right now. I canceled it back when they jumped the price up to $30 a month. I have not resubscribed, even though they lowered the price back down to $24 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. Or $24 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. I just haven't gotten around to resubscribing yet, and I'm still trying to collect the physical copies of the games I played on Game Pass that I can collect physical copies of. So probably some of those will be popping up soon enough, although not necessarily the Xbox versions. Some of these games I played on PC through Game Pass, but some of them they got physical versions on the PlayStation, on PS5 or on Switch, but not on Xbox for some reason. Tunic, I know, got an Xbox version, but Cocoon is only Switch and PS4, PS5, something like that. Indiana Jones, there is a physical Xbox version, but there's not really any game data on the disc. So, I might want to get the PlayStation version of that, or even the Switch 2 version when that comes out, because the full game will be on the cartridge for that. The PlayStation one, you still require some content download, I believe. And then, what else? Hi-Fi Rush. Never got a physical version on Xbox, I don't think, but it did on PlayStation, stuff like that. So, anyways, that is it for now. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.